He's going to ask you, tell us more about adaptive surfing South Africa. Did you were one of the founding members of it as well?
Well, I started the whole movement
Okay.
in
So,
2011.
okay, brilliant.
You need an angle there.
Yes.
Can I just get a taste from
There'll
everyone?
be obviously a breather between her and me, but Phil will cut that out a little bit later, so don't worry about that. When we're ready, then we'll start. Yeah, Phil's rolling.
Okay, Bob, you know what's really hot? Summertime in Cape Town, spending days at the beach and in the ocean. You know what's even hotter than that? The rush of riding waves on a surfboard and finding that perfect balance. And the hottest of all is not letting your disability stop you from experiencing all of the above. We have got Caleb Swanepoel and Dries Millard from Adaptive Surfing South Africa right here in the Smile Breakfast Studio. Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us. It's awesome to be here.
Okay, so Caleb, I followed your story and recovery very closely. Can you just give us a little recap about what happened to you that day in the surf?
Okay, so it was on the 27th of June, obviously, last year, 2015. And beautiful, beautiful sunny day. Family was chilling on the top of the beach, and I went in with my brothers into the water. And we didn't have surfboards or anything. We just went in for some body surfing. We went nice and far out. We're catching a couple of waves, and I swam slightly further out, and as I came over the crest of one of the waves, I saw a great white framed beautifully on the side of this wave that I was about to catch. And you don't think about too many things when you see that in the water. I don't know if anyone's watched The Shallows recently. I haven't yet. I'm still warming up to it. But I just turned to my brothers and I shouted, "Shark, swim!" And we started swimming towards the beach, and I had this feeling in the back of my head. I just thought, like something bad's gonna happen. And next minute I knew it. Something smacked into the right side of my body, and the shark had me. It was pulling me under the water, and it was shaking me around. I was trying to breathe, and it literally ripped my right leg off. I tried to push it off my leg, and I started swimming towards the beach, and that's when my younger brother, turned around and swam back towards me and started pulling me towards the beach. And the shark swam back and circled us, and he tried to scare it away with his flipper, and it bit into his flipper, and it took another little jab at my left knee, but luckily I still got my left leg, so I'm still standing strong. Yeah.
Oh my word.
So I'm getting up for seconds.
Yeah, I was hungry. And then onto the beach, and it's a miracle that I'm alive today, because one of the things that happens with an above knee shark attack is that you can bleed out very easily because your femoral artery is just severed. So you just gush out within between 2 and 10 minutes. And I was on the beach for about 40 minutes. And the orthopedic surgeon said it's a miracle. He's never seen this kind of thing before. My femoral artery actually went into spasm and stopped the bleeding.
Wow.
And it's the reason I'm alive today. It's the reason I'm enjoying the morning with you here today.
It's like a miracle, hey?
It is a miracle.
Wow, and your brother, what a hero.
He is. I have an amazing family. I mean, they were all there on the beach with me that day. It's not just my brother, but my sisters and my mom and my dad. Even the dog was there for support. So
Oh my goodness.
I've been
Wow.
really blessed with the support that I have. Yes.
Saying that you're not done with surfing. I met you for the first time today. You look perfectly sane to me. How did you overcome the fear of going back into the waters?
I don't think I've had a fear of the water. I don't think, even after my shark attack, I think I'm much more aware of what's out there. There's some beasts out there, and not all of them are friendly. But I don't have a fear of the water. I'm a lot more aware that we need to be careful. We need to respect the ocean. But I still love the feeling of the seawater. I love the feeling of diving under a wave. I love the feeling of getting onto a board now. And I think I've enjoyed the water even more since my shark attack, because I appreciate waking up each day and being able to walk into the sea.
Well, Dries is also here. Dries Millard, motivational speaker and founder of Extreme Abilities. Before that, you were actually a very promising rugby player. Take us through what happened on that day in 2008, when your life, I'm sure, changed forever as well.
Well, it was 2 weeks after my third Cramer week, and I was on my way back to school. I went over the Duiskloof mountain pass. The truck took the turn too wide. I had to swing out, and I wasn't wearing my safety belt. And when the car tumbled over the edge of the mountain, I fell out of the car, and that's when I broke my back. I didn't have a lot of people there to support me though. One friend was in the car, and if it wasn't for him, I don't think anyone would have found me, because there was no collision. So he went up, got someone, and about 4 hours later, they came to fetch me. So I was there on my own, completely conscious, knowing exactly something's wrong. I couldn't get up, I had a lot of pain. realized that I lost feeling everything from my chest down, and pretty much came to terms right there in the mountain. But you know, I didn't really expect anything what's coming next. You know, being paralyzed is not. It's one thing you can get over, but every day, you know, living with that thing, the social challenges with it, the physical challenges is not a challenge anymore. It's a social thing now, and that's why I'm into awareness. You know, teaching people how to be differently abled, and surfing is just one of those channels that I found. You know, inviting other people with different disabilities. We started in 2011 with a small group of people, and you know, it grew to a point where there are like numerous different initiatives in adaptive surfing in South Africa and all across the world now. And I'm at the point where I can just call myself a pro surfer now and go surfing whenever I want and train for world champs. You know, and it's just been an amazing journey since that day. And to go back to the question, in the first week of the hospital, the under 18 coach came to me and he said, you know what, you made the team this year.
Wow.
We know you're going to get out of the hospital to start training. And I was like, well, thank you for the news, but I don't think I'll be playing rugby again soon. So it was quite a shocker, playing rugby since 9 years old and coming to the point where you actually get your jersey and then not get a chance to wear it. And 7 years later, last year, I finally got to wear my green blazer and represented South Africa in surfing, of all things, instead of rugby. So yeah, it's been an interesting couple of years.
Oh, that's amazing. Dries, tell us about Adaptive Surfing South Africa. What do you guys do?
Well, at this stage, the sport has grown to a point where we have enough athletes to compete in a competitive sense. So there's two elements of adaptive surfing. The one part is the post-rehabilitation and the healing and, you know, the friendly element of it. And then the second part is obviously having 6 different divisions and competing 6 different types of disabilities and selecting a national team that can represent the country at the world champs, you know. So this year was the first year we had national championships. So obviously next year the step is going to be provincial or district championships, and then have national championships with provinces: Western Cape, KZN, eSequeni. Is that the right name? So yeah, that's the next step, is having provincials next year.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been great to see the sport growing to the point where people with different types of, Caleb coming to the party. There's a whole bunch of people in Durban, blind surfers. I mean, kids, they're like 12 years old and they surf. There's one kid completely blind. I mean, he just surfs on feeling and hearing alone.
Wow, that's
you know,
amazing.
it's so seeing the sport being developed in, competitive and non-competitive is amazing. And I think I'm going to be focusing more on the introductory level, because that's where I found my freedom and my solace and my disability, because the ocean is a leveler. Anyone, if you have the ability to paddle behind the lineup and surf a wave, regardless of your board or your physical appearance and challenges, if you can surf that wave, it's a leveler. You can enjoy that with all your friends. You don't need a special wheelchair or special prosthetics or a special hand cycle. It's a normal piece of board you're riding on. That's it.
Amazing. So you're in a wheelchair, but you still are able to surf a wave.
Yes.
And Caleb, you have a prosthetic leg,
Yes.
but you do stand-up paddleboarding.
I do stand-up surfing. So
Stand-up surfing.
Yeah, Dries is in the prone division, and I'm in the stand-up division. So, like you said, there's 6 different divisions, and yeah, so we won't be competing. We're competing on the same team, but also we don't compete against each other. We compete in different categories. It's similar to swimming. If you look at the Paralympics and the different categories, you have S1 to kind of S14, and you compete in your category, but I can still head out with him at Muizenberg and catch a wave with him, and he can still teach me things because I've been surfing for about, I don't know, like 3 months. So
Well, that brings me to my next question. Is this what you guys are doing, the adaptive surfing? Can anybody just come and say, look, I'm in a wheelchair, I'd love to
Anyone,
surf, or do you
absolutely.
need to have some kind of surfing experience?
At this point, if you live in a town where there's not an adaptive surfing movement already, we would like people to initiate it. We will help people to actually start their own clubs, put them in contact with wetsuit providers and with board developers and shapers, get them going and get their own clubs. We want people to start their own initiatives.
So one of you is here with a prosthetic leg, the other one's here with a wheelchair. Which one is more advanced in terms of your assistance. I love your prosthetic leg, by the way, Caleb.
Oh yeah,
it's very cool.
I'm gonna go for a matte black soon. So.
But you said it's got a gyroscope in it. That's very cool.
Yeah, so I mean, when I walk, it knows where the pressure is on the foot, and it knows when to unlock and when to lock.
That's very cool.
So I don't know. I mean, but he's got some pretty hectic wheels here, and I don't want to take him on because he's an ex-rugby player, and you know, I'm just trying to get that strength going.
So the awareness around the sport has only started to really grow this year. We already have Sean Thompson and Geordie Smith behind us, supporting us on our online crowdfunding campaign that's hosted on generosity.com.
And I hope you have a fantastic time over there. That is what's hot, mostly, and not much that's not. More from Lindy Hibbott tomorrow.
Awesome.
Sure.
That was cool.
Thank you, guys.
I think we got a little bit more than 3 minutes.
Yeah, Phil's got some editing to do.
You can send it to me.
Thanks, guys. There was
Ask him
13
for an
minutes.
extra.
Good luck.
That's a pleasure. Well done, you guys, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you guys.
That was great. Can you take some pics?
Fabulous. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
And you mentioned you does actually take part in the kettlebell. What's the criteria? What's the sort of
Because when you're standing up on a board, there's a lot of this that's happening and a lot of that that's happening. You know, it's literally.
Are you happy down there? Do you want me to come a little lower or what's
Regards, big smile.